Okay, boys and girls. This thing's freezing on me. Yes, it's a fluid situation. Oh, there's such a lag. Very disconcerting. This is... I flipped it over because now that I have the laptop as a stand, I can just disregard the way the case is set up, because this case will stand horizontally, but if I record that way, when I try to watch it on my laptop, the image is upside down. That's before the conversion. So I'm doing it this way. But the camera's here, so it's kind of disconcerting. I'm going to see which one I end up, I don't know. That is peculiar, because I actually have to look at this thing, which is not, it's just awkward the way you have to look at it. Okay, I don't know if this is going to be my regular setup. That doesn't make any sense, because the camera's over here. If anything, it should be more this way, yes? So I'm more likely to be facing it directly. Okay, so why this new setup? And if I have my laptop, why am I not using my webcam? As I've just discovered, or discovered recently, InShot doesn't work with my webcam, with my webcam's software on my laptop. I tried to join two clips together and I couldn't find it on InShot. It doesn't even recognize it. So I've discovered I'm going to have to start editing more than I thought. Yes, it's a fluid situation, boys and girls. As I've already stated, I'm not much of a gambler. So I started to lean towards just teaching online. So if I have to go to Vietnam, in a state I consider underfunded, I'd have something coming in. Yeah, that's considering where I am, that wasn't really a viable option. I mean, if I wanted to make myself into a major pain, I suppose I could kind of try something, but it's just, this is a common room area. Yeah, this is not my own space. It's someone else's Wi-Fi. A lot of sites are blocked. So whatever technical issues I would have had to deal with, on top of that, I would have to also deal with where I'm at and the consequences of trying to get something done where it involves more people than myself. When I have to go beyond myself as far as who has to be involved in this process. So it's already going to be a major undertaking without trying to juggle all that. There's plenty to juggle. And that becomes more and more obvious as I go along. So, yes, it's a fluid situation. I've gone full circle now. I started this whole venture on the notion of teaching English in China. Well, it seems I am back to that original notion, considering that that is the only country that, for the most part, will hire you while you're still stateside. So, and yes, originally I had opted out of that because I started to hear all these complications about getting a work permit. But apparently it's not as daunting a task as some would have you believe. In the current climate, it would have been a no-brainer to dismiss it as fake news, considering what's going on. A year ago, that wasn't as obvious, though. So I didn't want to just dismiss it as just being overly cynical, personally, and just saying, oh, these are just, well, let's just say what I could have dismissed as my own cynicism, I now have to start really seeing it as the way things are now. Cutting to the chase, I'm back where I started from. I've gone full circle. I am now applying to companies in China. Yes, and other changes, right? Yes, it's become quite obvious. A lot of the requirements I've spoken about don't only apply to Vietnam. So, another thing that's become a part of my current reality, besides the schools that will assist you in acquiring your first job. Okay. So as far as any additional information about that is concerned, well, I'll see what's available. I'm going to have to do some editing. Some of my videos may not be appropriate. I don't know. Anyway, if I end up in China, I won't be on YouTube anymore. I believe they have another platform, but whatever. I heard about how foreigners dealt with that, but I don't know if because that's a major thing. I mean, YouTube, really? No, I like, if you're trying to keep on little things, I guess that would be considered very dangerous, but all right. So, it's a fluid situation. Now, it's shifting towards China. And my approach will be different, but I won't have to be as resourceful. I can just focus on teaching. But we'll get to that when I'm there, right? As far as the language requirements are concerned, I am going to wait until I'm actually there, because I've been back and forth so many times. No. So I'm going to wait till I'm there. It's been a lot of ups and downs. Yes, there was a point where I was learning Chinese characters and all that in anticipation of employment there. But that is truly something you have to keep on top of as far as reviewing, or it's gone. I mean, I definitely learned things that I was able to apply to other languages. Learn the importance of dictionary skills. Definitely, you know. Um, just the essential. And, oof, my God, that you know, you really have to stay on top of it. I was able to find 2 apps that I thought were excellent. Of course, I've deleted those long time ago, trying to make room for all this stuff. I have to see if I can find them again, but again, I'm not going to sweat bullets over it. I am going to leave that one. I mean, I've already picked out my language material. I had this thing just etched in stone as far as teaching English in China initially. So it's been a lot of back and forth. I mean, all this has given me an opportunity to look at the field. You get a very broad perspective of the field and what's offered and all that. So that's definitely a plus. And now I can actually see what the advantages are and disadvantages are. I have something to compare it to. I mean, I knew nothing about any of this, so it was I mean, it would have been nice if I could have just, you know, breezed into it, gotten a nice job, or at least a job, and, you know, just proceeded from that point. But any kind of, I don't know, just unexpected unpleasantness would have been more jolting, more of a shock to my system if I hadn't gone through all this than it will now be, you know. So I have a better sense of what I'm dealing with, and how it relates to other things, and what's a real issue and what's just a inconvenience, assuming it's temporary. It's just given me definitely a broader perspective about what I'm dealing with, so that's good. So I can meet challenges appropriately and not be blown away by them. So that's good. And as far as this, this is another part of our reality. Okay. Whatever. I've got to make sure I can edit my things, which is why I'm back to the tablet. I'm sure there must be a way to edit other things, but you know, I've got enough to deal with. I know this way, I'll use it, I'll see what I'm actually dealing with, and I'll go from there. Bit by bit, I'm learning. All right. That's the update. I offer this video up because the next video I don't want it just to jump from here to China. That's a heck of a jump. So, yeah, here's a heads up. Things are shifting. I'm not a gambler. What can I tell you? All right. I have no idea what's happening. I am looking around me and seeing what my best options are. That's about it. Talk to you later.